Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, E-Funk. Thank you, right? Out here in the lab, and I'm in the book doing what I do. We about to find out about the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. And it's not really trees. Remember, this is esoteric teaching. What you hear ain't always what it is. So let's get this understanding right now. We're going to do a little deeper today. We're going to get down the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. One is your cardiovascular system. One is your nervous system. Let's talk about it. Writerism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with message. Always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Next thing here. All right. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question: do you know you? Excuse me, you. You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow him. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about P-Funk's philosophy and I'll break down the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. These are internal philosophical symbolic concepts. Hope you understand. Let's go. In the human body, there exist two significant systems. The tree of life, cardiovascular system, represents the arterial system rooted in the heart. See the picture right here? This is the cardiovascular coming from the heart, going throughout the body, right? This is the nervous system. The spinal column going up to the brain stem right here. That's what they consider uh, tree of life, tree of knowledge, good and evil. Okay, sorry about that. I had a tongue tie right there for a minute. But these are things that's going on inside the body, the nervous system and the vascular cardiovascular system. They work hand in hand inside the body. All right, so watch this. Now, and the tree of knowledge. One is the tree of life, the heart. The tree of knowledge of what? Good and evil. That's up here. That's the nervous system. That's the Kundalini serpent going up to lighten up the third eye, symbolizing the seven chakras, the nervous system with the roots in the brain. Ding, 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 ding. These trees are physical representations of a complex network of branching energy currents within the aura or your super physical body. This is what's going on inside the body. They have full understanding of the connection with the nervous system and the cardiovascular system. Watch this. They were so sharp. And I like the way they presented. This is their physical philosophy. They told you about the body, breaking it down for you. The inner workings of the body. It can't get no more better than that. So let's go. The nervous system can be viewed as what they call the extension of your brain. It's connected to the brain stem. They're showing you that right here. That's the nervous system. Looks like a tree with the branches going on. And this is the cardiovascular system. That's with the heart pumping everything throughout the body. I hope you understand this because this is good stuff here. I'm going to see. Now, the nervous system symbolizes with the roots in the brain. These trees are physical representations of the complex network throughout the body. Okay. Now, your nervous system You can see it as an extension of the brain, just as the cardiovascular system is be seen as the extension of the heart. You got two things going on. The conscious, the brain, running the nervous system, the heart running the cardiovascular system, and the subconscious running the whole kit and caboodle. That's all going on inside of you, okay? And it says here, the nervous system can be viewed as an extension from the brain, just as the cardiovascular system is an extension of the heart, which itself, the heart, in many ways, is like a secondary brain. They know now that the heart actually has a brain, memory, recall, yeah. But guess what? Our ancients knew that 10,000 years ago. So I'm not impressed with y'all science, technology. We know now the brain got a bigger heart. The heart got a bigger brain. Yeah, we knew that too. Good for catching up. But it's all symbolically. The nervous system represents the masculine energy part, right? With the cardiovascular system embodying the female. And when you break it down, this is perfect. When we hear male and female, we think humans. They just use that as showing you two opposites, a male opposite and a female. Okay? Positive, negative, good, bad, up, down. That's duality. That's the world we live in, the physical world. But each one of them has their own mechanism. The left side of the brain considered the masculine part. That runs the nervous system. The right side is considered the intellectual part. That's the part that runs the body, the heart. That's the female part. Okay, it cares, it's intuitive, and it fits perfect. All right, but these two intricate networks, okay, resembling branches, pattern of trees or electricity. A shot, you see electrical shock, it just goes everywhere. They saw that, and these are essential to the functions and the substance of the human body. Why? They allow the mind and the whole soul. They call it mind and soul. I call it heart and mind. To what? Having a human experience. Right there. This experience in the physical body. And to interact in this physical world. We are spiritual beings, electrical beings having a human experience. You can put it any way you want, say it how you want to, but that's the fact. And moving on. Watch this. When you get that understanding, these are the essential functions in the physical world, facilitating the embodiment of consciousness in this reality. In biblical context, what happened? The nervous system can be likened to what they call the tree of what? Good and evil that y'all are forbidden to eat from, according to y'all. Why wouldn't you want to eat from the tree of good and evil? This comparison arises from its role in what? Mediating our sensory experiences and perceptions of duality. Here we go. Between what? Good and evil, pleasure and pain, thoughts throughout the body, interaction with the external world. But without the nervous system, the mind would not be able to perceive or understand this dichotomy. And thus, now it would not gain the knowledge or have the experience of what? Good or evil. If we just had one thing, you got nothing. Good can't be good without evil. Evil need to oppose good, good need to oppose evil. That's why. And throughout the electrical impulses that runs through our nervous system, our consciousness engages with the physical realm and transforming the body into what we call an electrical machine. That what? That bridges the immaterial, mind and the material world. This infinite, this physical, has a due date, expiration date. But in contrast, the tree of life in the Genesis 2, verse 9, can be associated with what we call the cardiovascular system. Why? Because it describes as being in the midst of the garden. The heart is in the middle of the body. Sun is in the middle of the solar system. See where we're going with that? And again, this is all symbolical. This correlates with what? the heart central location of the body. I'm good. The cardiovascular system radiates outward from the heart, pushing stuff out that pump the blood throughout the body. I thought that's all it did. But it radiates from the heart. And it also what? Nourishes the body. How? By circulating the blood, which contains the life force, or we call it chi, some people call it prana. But it is through the blood that the body receives the vital energy required to sustain life. Now, whoever figured that thing out, gotta be some bad man. Okay, I'm just saying. To sustain life and making your cardiovascular system the source of physical vitality, much like the tree of life symbolizes immortality and the substance of life. The spirit don't die. The mind won't die. Okay? Forget the nervous and the cardiovascular system. Form. Excuse me. Don't forget. Together, I guess that didn't work. Together, your nervous and your cardiovascular system forms the foundation of what we call human life. Cardio, nervous, physical body, you got a human being. The nervous system allows the soul to experience this world as a human being in the physical form, while your cardiovascular system ensures the body is what? Nourished in order to be alive, keep the force. These two great systems, one governing sensation and consciousness, and the other feeding the life force to the body. Hell of a situation there. Somebody had this thing figured out. Enabled what? The divine presence, spirit of the universe to be expressed through now human form. We're here for the experience. This is a test. Your body is the vessel of consciousness, a sacred temple. This can be a temple or a prison, depending on how you treat it. The sacred temple through which light and awareness are manifested in the human form. You got to realize we are God-made flesh. Becoming conscious, that means you studying, learning, and you living it. Okay, now let's go talk right quickly about spirit and matter. That's human being. That's man. Spirit that's inside the matter. The physical body is the matter. Spirit that's dwell within. Let's talk about that. You have now the earth is not merely a dense, lifeless rock drifting through space. This thing is all coordinated. Trust me. And watch this. It possesses a spirit, a living essence that animates its form. The earth itself is alive. But what do we mean by spirit? Good question. Spirit, in esoteric terms, refers to the energy. We call it life force, prana chi, or the animating principle that infuses matter with vitality, the spirit, the life. Just as the human body is physical, it is nothing more than a vessel when it's without the life force. That's why you throw it away. What? It decomposed back into nature, what it's all made of. Without the spirit, it's just a lump of meat. Okay? And the spirit within it, without spirit, your body is but a collection of inert matter. Okay? And it's well put together with a digestive system. We got all the functions. But without those things going on inside of it, the physical body is just a big lump of matter. All right? Just as the human was big lump of matter. Likewise, all matter is imbued with what? Spirit. We call it life. Okay? And intrinsic life energy that animates and sustains it. These two forces, spirit and matter, are inexhaustibly linked with each incomplete without the other. Yin and yang, they don't separate. Male and female shouldn't separate. Yet both are derived from what? The same singular mind. It comes from the same thought concept. In the realm of esoteric thought, your mind is the origin of both spirit and matter. Okay? Through the motion of thoughts, your mind generates what? Spirit. And through sustaining thought, your mind gives form to matter. All things physical, all that we perceive in the material world, what? First existed in a thought within your divine mind. Spirit and matter are polarities. Spirit and matter, two opposites. Maya coming together to make what? A human being. That's what they try to tell you. And what's this? Spirit and matter are polarities, opposites, two expressions of the same essence, created through the dynamic interaction of what we know to be thought. Thought and emotion. Emotion, thought. Heart, mind. That's what you got to put together as one. And in all occult philosophy, I know a few of them, there is a well-known axiom: as above, so below. Above represents spirit, the higher planes of existence, aka we call it heaven. Below represents matter, physical, the dense, heavy physical realm, and is symbolized by the earth. We know it to be hell, the last string on the pole. The earth's existence and its vitality are intimately dependent on what we know to be spirit or energy of the heavens. For example, the earth produces no light, nope, of its own. Why? Its life force is sustained by that thing up in the sky that if it don't rise, we ain't got a shot, so much chance in hell to survive. And that's our savior. And that's celestial energies that pour down from above, that sun, representing spirit, raw, pure, is the source of all life. While the earth, representing matter, physical part, is the receiver. Heaven is spirit, earth is matter. We do it with Geb and Newt. Same thing. I understand in philosophy. Now, we've been talking about Anunnaki. We can get to that in 1 minute. Now, although the earth is solid, we know that, it is also infused with spirit, just as all things that appear lifeless hold within them an animating force we call God, spirit. This dynamic mirrors the nature of humanity. Man is composed of both matter and spirit. Yet, unlike the animals, humans humans have the capacity, consciousness, to what? To be conscious of the spirit within them. They got the right to know God. God made man so that man can make God. But in this realm that we live in now, that's what the mind does. Man, again, this consciousness, heart mind conscious, will allow us to now question our existence, to seek our deeper truth and understanding beyond our human limitations of the five senses for the body. Talked about that. And to explore the realm that transcends the material world. That's the spiritual world, the astral plane, the duat, whatever you want to call it. But man stands in the intersection of matter and spirit, bridging both realms. Now, while rooted in the physical, we have the ability to comprehend and align ourselves with the higher planes of existence, with the spiritual forces that shapes reality. It is through this awareness that now we can begin to grasp the deeper mysteries of life, and by understanding that matter and spirit are not separate, but just different expressions of the same divine mind. One God mind, bunch of different concepts. And now right here, you see they're gonna break the word Anaki down, Anuaki, right here. Anu, first spirit, not ki. Ki means earth, physical, or matter. Okay? Above, Anu, the first time, above, aka spirit. And Naki is what? Below, aka matter. It says man is spirit infused with matter. Man is the Anunnaki from heaven. They say Anunnaki means from heaven he came. Yeah, from God. I ain't got a problem with that. But this is the Sumerian and Babylonian philosophy. What we have? The divine mind. Okay, now the Anu, which is the supreme god of the sky from the Mesopotamian mythology. Okay, they claim that Mesopotamia was the first civilization. They created the wheel. Egyptians didn't have a wheel. We created the circle. We didn't use it for transportation and use like that. We just used it to measure. Okay, but the Mesopotamians got the wheel, so they couldn't have came before us, or we didn't know about the wheel too. We wouldn't have been dragging them damn heavy sled that they. We had a method for that too. Okay, but they took the Mesopotamian mythology. They got the Anunnakis, and it was seen by the Sumerians as the living essence of heavens, representing the vast and infinite sky. His divine counterpart, Ki, which is the goddess we call what's that? What the word called Gaia, but the goddess of Earth. In the Egyptian philosophy, Earth is male. Why? Because heaven is female. Different philosophical concept. That's why. But watch this. Earth, known as Antu to the Akkadians and Urus to the Babylonians, symbolizes the physical material world, and together they gave birth to the what? Anunnaki, often described as divine beings from heaven. From heaven they come. Okay? However, however, this myth is far more than a story about external gods. Now, it's an ancient teachings. Their mythologies were reflections of your own inner reality. Anu, the sky god represents the spirit within you and your higher essence, pure consciousness, the unseen, Amun, the unseen divine force. We call it Amun. Ki, which is the earth goddess, represents matter, the body, the physical world. So their union is symbolic of the merging of what? Spirit and matter. Okay? The sacred fusion that creates life. The Anunnaki, then we are not distant and external gods. They are you. You are the embodiment of the Anunnaki, and being composed of both spirit and matter, Anu and Ki. See what he got with that? And the ancient myth speaks of the truth that's written. Every human being is the divine marriage of heaven and earth, spirit and matter, yin and yang. You are the living manifestation of this union, the conscious bridge between cosmic and earthly, the spiritual and the physical. The Anunnaki symbolizes your true nature, a being of infinite potential, combining the essence of heaven with the form of the earth. That's becoming human. Spirit beings having human spirits. That's the lesson. I hope you understand it. Oh, I'll be back with some more. I'm not done yet. I'm going to start over again clean, dealing with that divine mind. Okay? That's the source of all. All right? That's God. That's what you see. The I represents all knowing, all seeing, all conscious. That's the lesson. Right. Thank you. And in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I've never known my right thinkers who now understand the tree of life and the tree of knowledge and spirit and matter passed away. Good stuff I'm teaching. Hope you learn it. I'm enjoying teaching it. I'll be back with some more.